They're a team that was rebuilding the last couple of years, and I never thought we'd be in the position where they'd be top of the ladder. In today's episode, we're talking Collingwood. Can the Magpies keep their position? And can they play finals and win the big flag this year, Joe? What do you reckon?
What I would give to see them not win the flag this year, like the next best thing. So obviously Essendon winning for me is number one. Collingwood losing is a very, very close second. When Collingwood loses, it's as if we've won. That's how much I despise these guys. And to see them sitting top of the ladder, it hurts, man. It hurts. They are a great team. It's so annoying.
Yeah. I mean, last year they got rid of Grundy. This year they didn't even have Cameron for half the season. The team, you can chop off on, they're like a bloody octopus, mate. You chop off one leg, it grows back, and they just find a way to keep going. I don't understand with this team. Maybe half the side needs to be out with COVID. Something needs to happen. Their VFL players will step up. McFly. McRae is just a killer, and he knows what he's doing to his team. The mature age players can step up when they need to. Give the kids a chance to really work out what they're doing on field and not feel that pressure. Dacos doing really well as well. As you say, first on the ladder. Congrats, hats off to them. 11 wins, 2 losses. They just came off a loss last week as well. So perfect time for it to happen when the games don't matter as much. We have their best win this year against Port Adelaide, where they scored 135-64. Mate, that's more than double their score. Pretty bonkers, hey?
Yeah, it was in that week where all the publicity, all the talk of, we're not going to let Dacos do his thing. We're gonna give attention to Dacos. They put the Jones tag on him.
Yep. It's going to work out well, isn't it?
And they got absolutely torched, eviscerated. It was a demolition, the likes of which it's rare to see between these two teams who are currently in both of them top 4. You know what I mean? Like 1 and 2 on the ladder. So for that disparity between 1 and 2 on the ladder, it just goes to show how dangerous of a team these Collingwood Magpies are. Flag pies, people are dubbing them this year. And it looks like they are the real deal because, as you say, they lost Grundy last year. It's not that they lost Grundy; they kicked him out. They didn't need him no more. They added Mitchell, they added McStay, they added Bobby Hill, Frampton.
Yeah,
like the team got really good really quickly, and that's why they are currently the 5th ranked team in the competition. They are. You never would have thought that Collingwood would be second defensively. They scramble so well in defense and they turn it into offense like no one else.
It's kicking to Darcy Moore. I mean, it happened against North Melbourne, happened against your bunch, happens against Carlton. It's just like, kick the ball. Darcy Moore's going to get it.
Exactly.
He's gone to another level, and that's why they're doing so well defensively.
And why their coaches' votes are so high, because you got players like your Darcy Moores, like your Nick Dacoses, who are doing really, really well in the coaches' votes. And when you got players polling a lot of coaches' votes, it tends to mean that you got some actual genuine stars. Because I reckon the coaches' votes are more genuinely impactful than the Brownlow medal votes, because the Brownlow votes, it's by the umpires. What the hell do they know? They can't even call a push in the back when you're trying to their face. Whereas with the coaches, they know what they're talking about. And for Collingwood to be ranked first in that department goes to show that they are getting the attention of the right people as well.
Yeah, 100%. And we have Brody Marchek as their leading goal kicker. 32 is not fantastic. It is, 3 goals per game. So it's pretty good. I think he had a few games where he kicked maybe 3 or 4, and then other games where he's been a bit less. But as we saw from the Adelaide review, mate, they got people on 38 to 40. So 32. All that means, Joe, is the midfielders are scoring goals. The defenders like Dacos are running up the field scoring goals. For a team that's first on the ladder to share this ball around as much, they're not selfish, and that's proving why they're winning so much. It's not just 100%. Relying on one player to win.
And they've still got Dan McStay to come back from injury, who can also be a big part of their goal-kicking tallies. But he's not in. Someone who is in and is getting a lot of plaudits and who deserves them. Let's be real. The kid is generational talent. Like Nick Dacos. Do we have to say any more? I mean, look at the stats. Do we have to say any more about
I
this
don't know
guy?
how we didn't start this guy in Supercoach last year.
Don't tell me.
Rated elite for disposals, elite for contested possessions, elite for ground ball gets, for clearances, for scoring involvements, pressure acts. Mate, the only thing he doesn't do elite is tackle. And 3 tackles a game is still pretty good. I mean,
still above
we talked
average.
about Jordan Dawson being versatile. This guy's been playing backline, midfield, on the ball, been playing everywhere.
Yeah, because he's that good. Because he can do it all. I wouldn't be surprised if you were to give him a task in the ruck. He might somehow be able to jump on the opposite on the opponent ruckman to then get the double lift to get. He is that freakishly talented. But it's not just talent; it's the work rate. It's that insane work rate that he has that makes him such a difficult matchup, and why teams, frankly, have just given up trying to tag him because he is nigh untaggable, especially at the MCG. He fits into that system like a glove. And for all the people that say, oh, anyone can rack up disposals off halfback, cheap touches, bro, he is elite in contested possessions. He's elite in that. He's elite in pressure acts. So it's not like he's just a one-way runner. And he's above average in tackles. So the kid is doing it all. He is well and truly in the race for the Brownlow. Well and truly up to his eyeballs.
At least he's not a leading goal kicking, because then we'd have a real freak on our hand.
Yeah, 100%. He'll still do his bit every now and then to chip in. But someone else who should be doing a bit more in terms of in front of the goals. You mentioned goal kicking. Wow. Very fit to bring up a forward here for who needs to lift.
Yeah, Jamie Elliott, a player similar to a Ginnivan, who, similar to a Bobby Hill, plays that small forward role. Yes, he needs to lift, needs to kick a lot more goals. He's 0-9, Joe. This guy does not know where the middle of the sticks are. Average for disposals, disposal efficiency is not great. And then goal accuracy, as we're saying, is shocking. You'd almost want to take the ball out of his hands and give it to him if he's open for a goal shot.
Where was this again? Where was this at Anzac Day last year? Huh? Where was it last year when you buried it from the 50 on the boundary line? Get out of here. That is so bullcrap. Below average in disposal efficiency, in goal accuracy, 34.9% or so. He's one that is one of their experienced heads, one of their leaders in the forward half of the ground, and he normally is Mr. Clutch, so if he can get going, if he can get rolling, there seems to be that they're looking towards Bobby Hill a bit more to provide them, and Jamie Elliott seems to sort of has taken a back step to a guy like Bobby Hill. But Bobby Hill likes to roam off the ground a bit more. Jamie Elliott staying more at home. He needs to keep presenting, and he needs to make the most of his opportunities if the Pies are to get over the top, because they fell short by a kick in both of their finals losses last year. People like Jamie Elliott have to continue to present to make sure they get over the line.
Yeah, it's a hard life being a small forward, but someone's got to do it. At least if you're not kicking the goals, take away the pressure so other people can. If you can do that, you'll be successful. What's their ranking this year, Joe?
A flat A.
Yeah, we've given them an A. It should have been an A+, but I think their loss last week kind of not exposed them, but put them down to size a little bit. They're top of the table. They dominated the MCG. They dominate everywhere else, as we know, by only 2 losses. They have been challenged by some of the lower teams, but they have been able to bounce back as well and have had a few really close games. You know, you almost want Collingwood to win going into the 4th quarter, because if they're behind in the 3rd, that siren sounds, mate. They get that magic juice. They're gone.
Collingwood. They get the chant going.
It's shocking. It's shocking. Stand in the stands and that goes off. Boy, oh boy, you know you're in trouble.
That's why Melbourne were training with the chant blasting in their training. Yeah. I think everyone needs to do it. That's the way to beat Collingwood. You got to get used to it. You got to not fear the chant. Stuff the crowd. Stuff them. Get stuffed. We're gonna win.
And the scary thing is, Joe, they've still got talent to come back from injuries.
They do.
That happens. Oh, they're going to be fun to play against.
No, they're not. But guys, that has been our mid-season review / report card of the Collingwood Magpies, of the Flag Pies, perhaps. Let us know in the comments down below who you think needs the lift. If we've been too harsh on Jamie Elliott, please let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah. Pendlebury wants to break the record. He wants to get to 400. Him and McRae have just re-signed. Things are looking great for the Pies.